Hey everybody, this is Brenda with Foxy's Jewelry Creations, and today I am going to be making a Flocker Friendship page in my Flocker Friendship journal with stuff that I received from CareyAnn's Thomas. We're doing a swap in the group, and it's called The Flock over on Facebook, and we're doing a swap going on it's a year-long swap. We've all made journals. We sign up each month for a different number of swap partners, and so I got my information from Carey, and I got what she sent, so I'm going to show you what I received from Carey. And I'm a child. I can't wait to open envelopes. So I've already peeked. So let me go in and take all the goodies out, and then I'll show you what they are. And then I'm going to work on making her page from all the goodies. So I'm going to use the envelope itself because it's a very, very pretty envelope. I've got it turned that way so we don't see addresses. I got a nice, big, pretty piece of cheesecloth. I've got some feathers, and some more feathers, and a really pretty picture of some flowers, and some tissue papers, little tissue paper rectangles, and I think I have formulated a plan of what I'm going to do. So there's the tissue paper rectangles. I got a really pretty little envelope, and I'm going to put this on the page, and I'm going to put her address in it so that I'll always have her address. So that's going to go on the page. Some really pretty brocade-like trim, and I really like this trim. I've not seen anything like this, so I really like it. It's nice and long and fringy, and she sent a good little piece of it, so that's good. And then I have a calendar picture on this side. And on this side is a bunch of little squares. And I think I'm going to use the squares side to do what I'm going to do. Carey messaged me and let me know that my note was forgotten on her desk. So I did go and look in our friendship mail folder and found out that she likes turquoises and her favorite color is eggplant, and she likes purples and pinks. So I'm going to work with those colors as well as with what she sent me. So it's going to take just a moment. I'm going to pause and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. While I was gone, what I did was I did alcohol ink dye the cheesecloth a very pretty purple color. The camera's making it look more blue than it really is. It actually is a really pretty vibrant purple. And this is the page I chose in my book because it has all of the same colors of greens and purples and pinks that we're going to be using. So this is the book page. The other thing I did was I crumpled up each of the little tissue papers so that when I put them down, they will have some texture to them. So we're going to straighten those all out. And I also cut the envelope up into some squares and rectangles. So okay, so before I go any further, back here I had some wax paper so I can put it between my pages in my book. So that we don't stick pages together with all the gluing I'm going to be doing. That would not be a good thing. When I made my book, I did glue 2 pages together so the pages would be a little bit thicker. I realized that these pages were kind of thin. So when I was making the book originally, I have each of my pages is 2 pages thick. Okay, so got that taken care of, so the pages are all protected. And what I'm going to do with this is I've got it divided in half, and I'm going to fan fold it starting at this end, and I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna fan fold it back and forth. I've got a hangnail or something that's catching on it. So looked like my camera all of a sudden went really bright. Okay, so I've got it fan folded, and now what I was going to do is kind of fluff this out a little bit. And I'm going to glue it over here to this corner. But I'm only going to glue down the fan folding part. Okay, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. Let that dry. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to move the book back a little bit, and you'll be able to see that sitting there. I'm going to take the calendar, and I'm going to work on coloring the squares on the calendar in Carey's favorite colors. In just a moment while I get a paint palette. In my house, paint palettes are the lids from cans. We save those. We have a can opener that cuts the can lid off the can, doesn't leave any sharp edges. So let's see. I've got some purples, and some turquoises, and some pinks. And some lime green, only because it'll tie everything in together. I also happen to have eggplant purple, which I thought was kind of funny when she said that was, when I read that was her favorite color. Well, I'll put it over here then. Okay. I haven't been doing paper crafts for very long. Pretty much about maybe a month and a half. So I'm hoping that she likes what I'm doing to her page. I have some ideas. I'm just hoping that it works. I think it will. And then I have gold and pearl metallic if we need them. I may put a little bit of the pearl with that eggplant color because it's the only one out that's not any metallic. And that'll just give it a little tiny bit of a shimmer while we're using it. Okay. And I just need to get a small paintbrush out. Okay. Trying to make sure I'm still in view. may have to do 2 coats. This paint seems to be a little on the transparent side, which could work just fine. Okay, I need one more that's that color. But since we do have a couple of extra squares for what I want, I'm going to go in and paint an extra square. Okay. Pretty much only need 4 of each color. So that allows me to kind of skip around where I'm going and make sure that stuff has time to dry before I put something next to it. And she should have gotten my package that I sent to her today, which is Monday. And I'm hoping that she likes everything that I sent to her that represents me. And I can't wait to see what she does with it and how she makes the page. That, I think, is the most exciting, fun part of all of this. Seeing how everybody uses the stuff and how we all, will use it differently than each other. I'm going to cut each of these squares out so I'm not having to worry about being too perfect. I mean, I do want to stay within the lines. But I plan on cutting them out. And then gluing them down. And Carey, there was nothing wrong with the picture on the other side of this. It's just I thought of this and thought this would be a great way to use this particular page on your page. Whoopsie. I dribbled. Okay. That's 5 of those. And I think now I'm going to go with the eggplant color mixed with that pearlescent color just to give it a little bit of shimmer. I do that a lot. I mix the pearlescent paint with the colors a lot so that they get a shimmer to them. Especially the ones that are not metallic-y already. Okay, we'll go here. This is the eggplant purple. These look dry over here. So that's 4. I want to do one more. I think I'll put it down here. Okay. Sticking to my wax paper. And I got my coffee. Okay, so I've used those 3 colors. Now I'm going to come in here and get this color. And make 5 squares with it. And most of these metallics, other than the purple, the eggplant purple one, these are all color shifting. So they're going to look, depending on how the page is setting, they will look different. And I'll try to show that once they are all on here and dry. The color shifting properties of the paint. I love these color shift paints. They are so pretty. And when I made my book, I kind of put a background on all the pages, but the backgrounds are all a different combination of colors. So when I saw what Carey had sent, and I was looking through the book, I found a page that had the purples and the lime green on it, and I thought, this is perfect for the stuff that she sent. It will accent it all very well. Okay, so we've got 5 of those. I think I've already used this color. I did. I have 2 more colors to go. This one color shifts to gold. Starts out lime green and then it color shifts over to gold, and that is just gorgeous. And I'm hoping it'll show up once it's dry in the light, if you can't see it now. And the file folder is just there so I can kind of know where to work and stay in frame. If I'm on the file folder, I should pretty much be in frame. That one went a little crazy. So I'll just get off a little piece of paper. There's 4. We need 1 more. I will put it down here where these are already dry. The good thing is this isn't taking long to dry. Probably take me longer to cut it out than it did to paint it and get it to dry. Which I will probably do the cutting of this off camera. Okay, so there's 5 of those. Now the next color is turquoise color that's also color shifting. Did I get all of my color? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 colors, so that's good. I've had a lot of fun making all the stuff that I made to send out to my flock friends. I didn't have any flock swap partners last month because I didn't know about it in time. And this is the very first swap that I've ever done. So I spent the last month just making all of the stuff that I sent out. And learning all kind of new techniques. I had never made painty papers before, or ATC cards, or anything. Because primarily, I make beaded jewelry and polymer clay items, and a combination of polymer clay and beads in jewelry. And I need one more square of this. I can put it right next to that one. I only need 27 squares, so I'm going to count and make sure I have enough painted. I have 30, so that is good. We have 30 squares and I only need 27. So we are through with that, so I'm just going to move our paint palette out of the way. Actually, and I don't have I have this I could turn into a painted paper. Oh, the alcohol papers from where I patted off her cheesecloth. I will use them to pick up the paint so it doesn't go wasted, because I don't have my don't waste the paper, the paint book over here. That's okay, I can put it on these paper towels and it will work so that it's not wasted. Because I can turn these paper towels into paper, which is the plan, is to let them dry if they're pretty enough and then turn them into really pretty tie-dyed paper with some paint on it now. So I'll put those back there. And let me get a baby wipe because I got paint on my fingers. And now my fingers are pinkish purple because I touched her alcohol, the baby wipe with the alcohol on it, the alcohol ink. But that's okay. Y'all saw them before they got to be purple. Okay. So now while that dries, I'm just going to set it off to the side to dry. You're going to work on the book. Okay. And I'm trying to zoom this out and it is not really working too much. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that brocade on there last. I think what I want to do is just lay these around and glue them down in a random kind of fashion. And I'm going to use Mod Podge glue. Because they're little, I'm going to use a littler brush. And my Mod Podge glue is stopped. It has a claw, people. Okay, there we go. It'll work. I might end up with an explosion in a minute. Okay. Didn't get enough. to work on getting that unstopped. Okay. So I'm going to go get my pokey tool, and so I can poke a hole back down in here and get this unstopped, because I need it to flow a little bit faster than it's flowing. So hang on just a second. I'm going to put this piece down. That's a piece of the envelope. And I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, so I got my poke tool. And now I can poke a hole, or not poke a hole, but open the one up that's supposed to be there. There we go. Okay, and now we can continue gluing stuff down. Oh, this is going to go much better. And that's homemade Mod Podge. It's a little bit more than 50% glue. It's probably about a 60-40 mix of Elmer's and water. But it works really well. Okay, and I'm going to stick a piece of envelope right there. I'm going to pull this back. Now, what I used to glue down the cheesecloth was Weld Bond. It's a nice thick glue, and it adheres really, and once it dries, it's dry, but it adheres really good. So that is what I used for that. And now I'm going to just put this right here. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm putting these on here. It's just the pieces that I cut out of the envelope. I am going to have enough to go on both pages. Oh, I thought I had that unclogged. Okay, so and I'm going to keep the cheesecloth pulled back till that gets dry a little bit. And I'm going to put a piece of this right here. Hope y'all are able to see exactly what I'm doing here. And I don't know if this is the right way to decoupage or not. I have no idea really what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. I think my clog is unclogging and reclogging. I think the little ball of glue that was at the end of this keeps moving back. Oh, well, maybe I got it that time. Okay. Now, I'm going to come over to the other page. Trying to stay out of the ditch, because that can make the pages weak. So I don't want to be in the ditch. There we go. That'll work. And I don't think I got any glue under there. Okay. And I'm just putting glue on that off camera. But it is coming out much better now. I think I got it. I think we got it. And I just need to get the edges to stick down. Yeah, now it's coming out really good, which is great. It's what we needed it to do. Okay. And I'm just painting glue on another piece. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I bumped the phone and it fell off of the stand I have it on. And I'm trying to work around it, so I apologize. Didn't mean to drop y'all. We are back in business. Okay. Gonna put, let's see, I'm gonna use Weld Bond on the envelope, just so it'll stick down better and not move around on me. It's like tacky glue almost. It's a very thick glue. But I'm going to put this down here in this bottom corner. Press it, press it, press it, press it, press it. Okay, and I'll show y'all that in just a moment. Let me go on and get the rest of this green papers and stuff on here. And I'm just going to squirt the page. Now that my glue is working. Some back up under that corner. Okay. If anything goes off the edge, I will trim it later. I'm just going to fold that over. Because this piece of rectangle that I'm working on is hanging off the edge just a little bit, and I'm not going to let that worry me. I'll just come back and trim it off in a little while. It's all fun. That's what I like about crafting, I think, is you can just mindlessly, it's not like beading where you have to sometimes count your beads and stuff. This you can just mindlessly do. And I think that's why I like it. It's relaxing, and it's fun, and it's your designs. Not that beading isn't your designs too, but it's different. Get some glue on top of that to hold it down in place. Got some under it. I really like this color of tissue paper. This is very pretty. And I like the way it looks over those envelope pieces. And we're going to put this last envelope piece up here. Okay, now, still have the stamps. I have the small picture, and then I have my squares that we painted, the brocade, and the feathers. So the brocade, I'm going to use weld bond, just to make sure it adheres good. Let me put my glue paint brush away. And we about toppled the phone again. And I'm sorry for the shaking. I'm trying to tighten it back up. It's on a clamp. Okay, I think we are fixed, Houston. Almost. Now we're cricking. There we go. I think I got us all fixed back how we should be. Okay, weld bond. take my paintbrush out of the water, dry it off. I may have to cut this into 2 pieces, which is fine, just so I don't have to try to cross the ditch with it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start up here, right against the edge of the paper. Go over and snip it right here. And get that fringe to go correctly. I'm going to press all this in, and then I'm going to get this fringe out of the glue. Okay, Lordy be me. I want it to have movement, so I don't want it glued down except at the top. And that little piece in the corner right there. Oh, that's the page. Well, that's because what's going on? Oh, we'll just ignore that. I can fix that later. Yep, I'll fix that later. And I need to put glue right there on the edge of that and on this other back edge up here just to hold it into place and tack it down. It's the only parts of the cheesecloth besides the bottom that I want there to be any kind of glue. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is pause it, dry it off a little bit, and then add the other fringe. And I will be back. Okay, we're back again. I'm going to go in and glue the stamps. I cut the stamps off of Carey's envelope because they are very, very pretty. And so I'm going to glue them down here because I have the little squares that we made are going to all go in the middle. So these I'm going to go in and put some weld bond on them. Okay, my weld bond is stuck. I think that'll do it. Oh, I about put them upside down. That would not have been good. Okay, and I'm going to put those right here on the edge of the page. Okay. And I'm going to come up here. Get weld bond across my page, get my brush. And glue on the fringe. Which I thought I had cut to size, but there we go. Glue that down. This fringe is gorgeous. I like it. It gives us some gold on the page, and we need some kind of gold. And let me fluffy these ones. I think some of them got stuck in the glue, so we're just going to break them free. Here we go. Oops. That's coming undone up there. And let me pull that off the wax paper. There we go. Okay. So now, and I'm going to put the feathers on, but I wanted to put the other little squares together first. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause again, because y'all don't want to watch me cut out 30 little squares of paper. And I'm going to cut those out, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, I cut the first set off, but I wanted to come back and see if we could get this to shimmer so you could see the color shifting or what's going on with the paper. And it going from, you know, the different colors. It's very pretty and shiny and sparkly. And it's going to be very pretty on the page. So I'm going to pause now and cut these all out. Okay, I'm back. So what I did was I cut them all out. And then I put letters on them. And it's going to spell out Fine Feathered Flock Friends. And I've placed them. So now I just have to glue them. And you probably don't want to watch me do this either. Because we've all seen the gluing of stuff. Oh, I closed it. It would help if I reopened it. I closed it so I could wipe the tip off. And, oh, grab that drop. I still have to put the feathers on in a picture and dab that excess off. But we are getting there. So they kind of like Scrabble tiles to me, in a way. And it's a good use of a calendar page if you don't want, you know, not like I said, not that there was anything wrong with that picture. But when I saw this and I was like, ooh, I could make tiles. Because I've been making clay tile boxes lately, and that's probably why I first went to tiles. So I was thinking I could make that into tiles and I could put some kind of saying on it. What could I make it say? And then I came up with Fine Feathered Flock Friends. And I have letters that are moving around. Oh, and I just drip glue. Let me get that off our paper. Because it's probably not where I want that letter to go. Okay. Where do we get to? The E. Well, I guess I successfully unstopped this bottle. And these colors are just glorious. I love them. Come down here. I think this page is turning out really, really pretty. And Carrie Ann, it's the first page in my journal. So you are page number 1. I just really hope that you like it and like what I did with the materials that you sent. Oh, I shouldn't have put the F on that. That kind of blends into the back, to the green. That's okay. Tuck it into the ditch. About dripped again. Caught it on the wax paper. And the S is going to be the same way. It's the lime green that translates, that goes to gold, color shifts to gold, and I'm putting it on lime green background. But I think it'll be okay because it's metallic and the background is not. Okay, let me set that up. Come back with a brush. Oh, that was too wet. And I'm going to put some of this out in my little palette over here. And get it on the brush and go over tops of the letters real quick. And this dries clear. Like I said, it's what I use to adhere clay tiles down to whatever substrate they're going on, whether it be wood, chipboard, clay. And it really does a good job at adhering clay tiles to everything, including glass and plexiglass. So, and I found with experimentation that it works as a really good paper glue. Just wanting to put a thin coat and make sure we get these all adhered down because I don't need to lose them out of the book. Now in the background there's been a fan going the entire time, and now I have a dog at a water bowl. We have 2 small pets. One is a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix. She weighs maybe 12 pounds. Well, they don't, either one of them really weigh, well, at the most 12 pounds. The other one is a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. She is off the chain. That dog, my gosh, she's so hyper. I've had other Chihuahuas, and I've never had one like her. It's got to be I keep blaming the Pomeranian for her actions, because she's very high-strung. But the one at the water bowl was the Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. She's cute. She's very short-legged. I don't think her legs are more than 3 inches long, bless her heart. But they get her where she gotta go. And her name is Miss Muffets. Okay, so we got the envelope down. We gotta get the feathers down and the picture down. And then it's got to, then I'm gonna give it a quick dry to dry all these squares and everything. Some of them don't seem to, they're wanting to lift. I don't want them to lift. I'll just do it with my fingers. Probably should have done that to begin with. Okay, so the feathers, let's see, are these the two that are together? They are. And these two came together, and they're very pretty. So I'm going to put these two right here, and I'm just going to glue the little tip down with the weld bond. And then these two, I'm going to put on the other side, and I'm only going to put weld bond on their tips, because I want the feathers to be free. Put that one right there. Take this other one. Put it there. Okay. The picture. Where did our picture go? It fell. Okay, so I've got the picture. Okay. And I put weld bond on the back of it. I'm now going to spread it with my fingers, just because I think it works better. It's much quicker anyway. Okay, and this is going down here on the corner where we have the cheesecloth at. That's very pretty. New baby wipey. And it's not wanting to stick. It's wanting to curl up on us. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm going to pause it, and I will come back after I do a quick dry on it, because like I said, y'all probably don't want to hear the heat gun going. And then we will look at the page, because it is completed except for me putting her address in this envelope. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I gave it a quick dry, and that feels really cool. And it's not sticky, which is great. And I put CareyAnn's little address. I folded it in half and put it in here in the envelope. The only other thing I want to do is write down here on the bottom that this was Flock Swap May 2018. And the good news, it doesn't feel like I'm going to need to seal the page. It's not sticky or anything. So let me hold this up so y'all can get a good look at it. Okay, let me tilt the phone. I'm going to pause it so I can move the phone without making you dizzy. One moment. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I've got the phone untilted. Okay, so there's this page. It says Fine Feathered Flock Friends, and it's got feathers at the top with the brocade fringe. And then the feathers, and then the purple cheesecloth, and then that picture. And then we've got the tissue paper and the envelope in the background on both pages. And the feathers over here. And then the stamps. And then the pocket for the address. And then the date. So thank you again, CareyAnn, for sending me all this stuff. I think it came out really pretty. I hope you like what I did with the stuff that you sent. And I hope y'all all have a great evening. Thanks. Bye-bye. Oh, and please like and support my channel. Like it. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I thought it just needed a little bit more. We had some empty spaces, so I added a stamped butterfly here. And I put one there. And I put one down here at the bottom. And I tried to put one up there, but it didn't take, so I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to try to put something else there. Maybe a stick. I have butterfly stickers. I'll probably put a sticker there. So, I just wanted to let you see what the addition was that I had made. Thanks again. Y'all please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.